To prove to Dad that I'm not a fool, I got my lunch packed up, my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh, back to school, back to school, back to school. Well, here goes nothing.
Billy Madison, would you like to try writing some words in cursive on the blackboard today?
Why, sure.
Go ahead and try to spell cow. Now try milk.
In perfect cursive. Got any more brain busters for me?
Try pasteurization.
Z. What does this stuff have to do with anything anyways?
America's dairy industry is more than just milk. It's jobs and economic activity for the people of our country. It's also a way of life for more than 51,000 farm families. Did you know there are dairy farms spread across all of the 50 states and even Puerto Rico? And of course, as many of you know, California holds top honors with respect to milk production. The state of California alone is responsible for nearly 21% of U.S. milk production. After the milk leaves the dairy farm, it travels by truck to a processor where people make it into some of our favorite products such as cheese, ice cream, butter, and yogurt.
From 60 days prior and 40 days after calving is called the transition phase for dairy cows. In the transition phase, cows produce milk and are required to consume a high-energy diet. Dry cows and heifers are usually moved to a close-up dry area so they can be observed up to 3 weeks prior to calving. Close-up dairy cows are commonly housed in free stalls, placed in open lots, or pasture. After calving, cows are moved to maternity pens, where calves are pulled from their mother and placed into huts that are bedded with straw.
The dairy calves are weaned from the cow and moved to individual calf hutches. At 2 to 4 months of age, the calves are moved to group pens of 3 to 5 calves of the same age. Calves at the OSU dairy are given a bottle of milk in the morning and another at night, as well as having grain and fresh water during the day. With summer approaching, heat stress is a factor of great concern. Providing shade can reduce the temperature inside the hutch of 3 to 5 degrees. Calf hutches should also be positioned to utilize prevailing winds and include as many openings as possible to take advantage of natural airflow.
Hey, look at all this milk. You want some of this milk?
Prior to milking, each cow's udder is cleaned with a solution that removes dirt and provides sanitation to the udder. After cleaning, an automated milking device is applied to the cow's udder. The milk is then transported to storage vats or silos that are refrigerated. Milk is collected from the farm every 24 to 48 hours. Samples of milk are taken upon arrival at the processing plant to ensure quality and safety standards are met. The next step in the milk process is pasteurization. This involves heating every particle of the milk to a specific temperature for a specific period of time and then cooling it without allowing for recontamination. This procedure greatly reduces the number of microbes in the milk. Pasteurization is also the reason for milk's extended shelf life.
Why is milk pasteurization important?
Pasteurization? I just thought it was 1% and 2% milk in the grocery store.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
What do you think, Billy?
Actually, pasteurization is when you expose the milk to a high temperature for a short period of time, and this kills microbes and allows a longer shelf life for the milk.
The dairy industry has no importance in the United States.
Don't you say that! Don't you ever say that!
Cherish it! Cherish it as long as you can!